Hey guys, Dr. Anderson here, and I'm here with Bill, and thank him for talking to us this evening. He's back in Ohio. I'm here in Colorado, and he came to us this summer in July and had procedures for restless legs. And some of you that are new to this may not know that we really believe here at our facility that restless legs for many people is a compression issue in the legs. There's nerve tunnels that become tight. And he, like so many others, has been able to gain from this procedure. It's something we've been doing here, gosh, for about 11 years. And he's doing quite well. In fact, he's on medication. And I really appreciate him taking his time tonight to share this with a lot of you out there, because some of you, I think, might be impacted by his story. So I think he's very well informed. He came to me, he seemed like very intelligently making the decision to come to me to see if this could work for him, and indeed it has. So it's, gosh, I guess it's about 6 months now, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm just going to let you take it from there. Just kind of explain maybe how you found out about it, and just kind of your journey and what it was like before and what's it like after. And
so it's 2024 is when I had my surgery. I can remember as far back as like the mid to late 90s. I would wake up in the middle of the night once in a while with tight hamstrings and didn't think much of it. I would stretch, get my hamstrings loose, and go back to sleep. Well, so fast forward like 7 years, and I injured my back lifting something. And a month later, or a short time later, I started having these problems with my legs, like jerking at night, and I just couldn't keep still. And so I go tell basically, to make a longer story short, that was the beginning of like 20 years of different prescriptions to try and to tame the restless legs.
wow.
So, and most recently, and even previously, I'd used Mirapex. I didn't like it when I used it 15 years ago. And I didn't like it this last round that I had with the D2, but it kind of felt like it was the only thing that gave me any benefit, you know?
Right.
I mean, things were so bad with my sleep that I quit my job in May of this year, and I didn't have anything else lined up. I was just,
wow.
I thought I got to do something else. Maybe I get a third shift job. If I can't sleep, maybe I work third shift, and maybe I can sleep during the day. So everything was on the table. And it was about that time that I don't know if I'd forgotten about our conversation with you or not, but anyway, we're like, let's revisit this, you know. Then I really started doing all kinds of video research on your site. Like I went through so many videos of people talking about, yeah, I was on Mirapex, blah, 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 right? And just dozens and dozens of them. I mean, there's so many of them. It's like there's truth here, you know. It's not just a couple of people saying it's worked well, but many. And so anyway, I had the surgery mid-July. I really didn't notice anything. And then before we left, I had a conversation with you, Dr. Anderson, saying I wasn't really seeing any benefits. You told me of 2 other prior patients who really didn't notice the benefit of the surgery until they completely gotten off the Mirapex. And so when I got home, you gave me some. Well,
because the Mirapex was helping you to some degree, true?
Yeah. It's really strange. I mean, even yes, I don't know. There's got to be a period of time where it works, and then I don't know what time, what point it's like goes from helping to not helping. You know?
Right.
So
that's a good point.
But yeah, for a while it worked, and but then eventually, I mean, it was still working. I was able to sleep a little bit, but I wasn't sleeping much. And the side effects of that drug are really, really miserable. I mean, mine made me very obsessive. Very obsessive. Yeah.
Compulsive, obsessive behavior stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't so much compulsion, but just I would get obsessed on different thoughts and just couldn't get off of them.
Right.
And that's definitely a direct result of that drug. So had surgery mid-July, really didn't see any benefit, came home, decided, okay, I got to get off the Mirapex. I took 4 weeks to taper down off of it. And then at the end of it, it was like I was expecting some really nasty, like this doctor from where was he from? Johns Hopkins, that doctor you gave me. He was saying day 3 and 4 when you finally quit taking.
Yeah, that's a neurologist. Yeah, I suggest that video sometimes for people to watch. That's by Dr. Early, I think, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
Just to give you different options. Actually, it's kind of talking about some of the bad things about taking it, and it's kind of like the golden boy drug, and now it's becoming less popular. Mirapex or the dopamine energic drugs, but yeah, just had to break off, had to not wean off. I mean, just almost go cold turkey in a period of 4 or 5 days, right? He talks about that.
Well, and he also talked about, his desired thing was for patients to taper down slowly as they could. And then he said, when you finally jump off, days 3 and 4, you're probably going to want to commit suicide. So all that was good for me to prepare myself, right? Like, I thought that first week off the drug, I was just going to be miserable, and I didn't even notice anything.
And you didn't? Okay.
So, and, on top of that,
your story's great, because I have other people that have taken 6 months. I have another gentleman, I think it took 4 days, and he was falling asleep, standing up, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it was really hard, but he came out of it fine, and he's pretty much totally restless legs free. So how much better overall are you right now? Is it really, really high percentage?
Yeah, I would say, I would never give anything 100%, but it's probably 95. Last week when I spoke to you, I still feel things once in a while, like a little tinge.
Okay.
But I can just stretch my leg a little bit and it's gone. Before, it didn't matter what I did. It persisted. It just came right back.
Have you got, I don't know. There needs to be a name for this, Bill, but a lot of people, as it's gone away, they keep going to bed and like, oh my gosh, is it going to happen tonight? And they have this apprehension. It's this anxiety about, oh, this is too good. It's got to come back. Have you gone through that cycle for a while, psychologically?
Yes, I have been thinking, when I've had these little tinges, the thought enters my mind, well, those tunnels will certainly grow back at some point, right? That's what your mind tells you. So, and you try, and you really trick yourself into thinking you're not well. But you've never had that happen, right? You've had people who've had the surgery, and then if you ever had anybody come back 5 years later, well, it worked great for 4 years and I quit working. Has that ever happened to you?
2 people that I recall.
Really?
That worked for a pretty extended period of time. Yep.
Oh, okay. So
one of them might have been, I think one might have been 2 or 3 years. So both are probably about 2 or 3 years. One of them we redid, and she's fine now. The other one we did one leg, and it didn't do anything, so we didn't do the other. So that's kind of my track record of those that I know of, at least. So.
Well, I guess that's what I would do. That's certainly what I would do. I would contact you first if it ever.
Oh, okay.
Right?
That's why I recommend. It's really important to keep active.
Surgery again than I'd rather do that surgery than any drug they have to offer.
Oh, well, thank you. The surgery wasn't a very bad experience. Not much pain, right, Bill? Or?
No, it wasn't much pain, but it's a clunky surgery, meaning you're all gauzed up and wrapped up and. Right. But I guess you're mobile the next day, so it wasn't that bad.
Walking right away, but
it's in that regard it's minor. But those, as you know, some pretty deep cuts you make in the inner calf.
Yeah, to get back to the calf area. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But you're glad you had it done. It sounds like, and it's been good for you.
Yeah, it is it's a life changer.
Good. Good.
What's amazing is,
and you're working now, right?
I'm not working.
Oh, you're not working. Okay.
I'm looking for a job.
Okay.
But I didn't really earnestly start looking for about.
But you got some more options.
Well, yeah. Now I feel good.
Good,
so
okay.
Life.
I heard there's IT jobs out here. I know you want to move out here, don't you, Bill?
Yeah. We would love to do that. When we talked about that, prices are outrageous.
Yeah, it's getting kind of pricey.
So
Here,
I
but
don't know.
anyway,
Maybe someday.
but anyway, I really want to thank you again, and just better wrap it up. But I really appreciate you taking the time to explain. Everybody's story is different, and yours is a good one because you started out almost not knowing when you went home how much it had helped, if at all. And that's most people know earlier than you did. But at the end of the day, you're as better than many people. I mean, you're doing really good. You're doing as good as most people do. So it just was a little bit of a slow improvement, and then wham, it really did some good for you. So, but anything else you wanted to add? Seems like,
Well, I just say that
yeah,
because I didn't really notice the benefit for a couple months, right, until I actually got on the drug.
right.
That plane, people with RLS really struggle on planes.
Oh, yeah.
That plane ride home was murder.
Oh,
Murder. I hadn't taken any Mirapex,
yeah.
and then because generally I would just take 0.25 milligrams at night,
right.
and that's what I did.
Right.
And I don't know, for whatever reason, man, that flight home was murder.
Okay.
Murder.
Right.
But that's all gone. That's behind me.
It's all memory.
Yeah.
But again, thank you, and I'll just kind of wrap it up. And
all right,
appreciate it. But you keep in touch. We will want to thank you again, and just make sure if you're watching for the first time, or if you've been following us for a while, make sure you think about subscribing to our YouTube channel. It sure helps. It helps other people learn more about this. Helps our algorithm out there, and we're also on Facebook for those that are interested. And again, appreciate it, and you have a good night back there in Ohio.
All right, you too. Thank you, Doctor.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.